Hello and welcome to ARK, a complete series. The plan for today is to go in search of another artifact, which means we need to do some more spelunking, so we need to go down another cave, and I've got a rough idea where it is. If memory serves, it's a really big cave, and there's a certain way we've got to go to find the artifact, or at least an easier way. But to be honest, it should be a heck of a lot easier now, because A, I've got my tech gear, B, we've also got access to cryopods. But when we get there, I'll show you some of the challenges you would normally run into, and yeah, as far as I can tell, it should be a heck of a lot easier now. But anywho, before we actually set off there, I thought I'd just show you some of the actual light charge pets I've been finding so far. I mean, obviously we've got our bulldogs, and we've spent quite a bit of time breeding those, and our latest version is Hugh Mark III here. But we've got ourselves a featherlight. I found her, because she was in like the red and the radiation zone. I found her while I was searching for my first rock drake. I don't know whether I saw her on the way down or on the way back. But I really like her. Look at those, all the little plumage that she's got. It's really cool. And then we've got ourselves a little Shinehorn here. I found her not too far from the base. I was just coming back one day and just happened to notice her, so I thought, ooh, got to tame her up. And then we've got ourselves a little glowtail here to complete the series. And I found her in the cave where we were last in, which is when we went to get the artifact of the depths. Now, I can't remember what this one's called. I just remember it's a big cave and it's probably easy to get lost, so fingers crossed I'll remember how to get through it. Right, I'll see you there. Right then, so we're next to the entrance of the cave. It's one of these places you're either going to stumble on or you're going to have to get told where it is, basically, because it's just a weird location. So we're at about 55, 65, so around about there on the map. We're in where crystalline swamps or crystalline swamps. Seriously, what is it with you weird dinos getting in the way? But the actual entrance is down there. That is the entrance right way down there. I mean, I'm kind of mindful of the fact that there's an alpha carcanos around here somewhere. I don't know where it's gone to, but that's around here somewhere. I think there's a well, that's a Titana boar. If there's like a Sark or anything nearby, that's going to be a pain. Is that a? That looks like a Baryonyx. I think the first time I did this, I mean, I was on the map for the first time. Back then, you didn't have things like cryopods or anything like that. So I brought some. I think yeah, I think I brought some Ravagers with me because I knew it was going to be a cave. So I brought some Ravagers, and I literally just jumped off the edge down there, and we swam down. Now this time I've got tech gear, so things might go a bit better. Cryopods didn't exist, so it was a lot tougher then than it should be now. Now I'm going to put my helmet on, put Ricky here into this cryopod. I'm going to see how things go this time round. I notice Ricky doesn't have much in the way of oxygen. Speaking of which, yeah, I've got plenty of element there. So we've got to basically head down. Ooh! That was not a pleasant experience. Oh, hey, that was sneaky, that. How come you managed to pull that off? In fact... Right, tell you what. Two people can play dirty. Yeah. Let's just say it took a few attempts when I first tried this sort of thing, when Aberration came out. Right, so the plan is we're going to head down there. Now, at least I've got stuff in cryopods now. I've got a few different types of dinos, whereas before I just only had like... oh! Ravagers, speaking of which. And there's always something's going to mess things up when you're doing a video on things. Right, Oh, actually, let me... Oh, it's not a Baryonyx, it's a Megalosaurus. Shine a light. I must admit, anglers were a pain as well, those anglerfish. Right, now where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Yeah, so... Seriously? How many attempts I'm going to have to make here to get rid of this lot? Right. Try again. So, we're going to jump off the edge there, and as far as I'm aware, we've then got to find a way up there. I mean, I'll have probably gone down with scuba gear, because it's pretty deep. Whereas this time we should be okay just with our tech gear. Here goes. Now I can sprint down effectively because we've got the boost here. I imagine it must be somewhere... Oh, there you go. No, that wasn't too bad. I mean, the last time, as I said, well, it was the first time I ever did it, so obviously I just came over the edge there with it's like scuba gear, as far as I recall. And had some ravages, and then we ran into, well, basically this place, which is a sheer drop as far as I recall. As far as I remember, I just went over the edge with a gliding suit, and then what I did was I had the ravagers follow me down. To get back, I used the zip lines, or yeah, I used zip lines so I could get my ravagers back out. Now this time around, I'm gonna try a slightly different tactic. I mean, I don't want to end up in there. I can see there's a seeker down there. 150. There's no point making my life difficult. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Melvin out. This is place is big. Why not? The only downside is I know I'll only be able to go so far because I actually got stuck. I couldn't get my ravagers any further than that. Right, you don't... It's kind of a catch-22 this. I mean, I need to get rid of the seeker, but we'll end up attracting the nameless without that light. Light up. Yeah, so I've got to keep that light on to keep the nameless away, but on the other hand, I've got to keep it turned off to be able to take out those seekers. So yeah, I'll come all the way down to here, followed this place down and just used the ravagers. But then I run into a problem, if I recall, because Struth, come on seekers. Well, I've only been able to get so far. Oh, see, these nameless turn up really quickly. Well, I've only been able to get so far as I recall because I remember that I ran into a problem because I couldn't get the seeker, I couldn't get the ravagers to go any further. I think it's because the cave ceiling suddenly drops there. Yeah, there it is there. Couldn't get any further, so I just had to leave the ravagers there. It kind of stuck. And back then you didn't have things like cryopods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the timer to run out, because now I've got cryopods. Once the timer runs out, I'm going to pop Melvin into a cryopod, and then we'll sneak under there and pop Melvin back out again. See you shortly. Right then, so one Megalosaurus in a cryopod. We'll pop him back out again. Oh yeah, we can do that. Right, turn the light off. I'll get rid of this seat because I think that was a 1 hit. Oh, it's always only a 50. Right, okay. Right, pop it back on. Blimey, these nameless certainly. They're really springing up really quickly. Right, if memory serves, I mean, it is a big cave. It's a real shame you never get like an internal map of the actual caves, but all I remember is heading down here because I left the Ravagers back there because that was as far as I was ever able to get with them. And I pretty much just hugged the left-hand side of the cave. So I was on, at this point I'm on foot. I mean, I couldn't have like popped anything out of a cryopod like I've been able to do now, and I certainly never would have brought a Megalosaurus down or gotten it this far. Whoa, Struth. Must admit, having a Megalosaurus in a cave is a lot better. Oh, have you spotted something nasty, have you? Fair enough. Well, we're sticking to this side of the cave. Whatever you think, we're sticking to this side of the cave, mate. Right. Ooh. Somewhere along here, I remember there's a way up into there. I think, as far as I'm aware, there is a route in that direction if we want to get to the artifact. I mean, I'll probably do a lot more exploring because I'm looking for loot crates as well, but the primary goal here is to find the actual artifact. Because we've got to get that to be able to take on the actual the Rockwell boss. So, now that we've cleared that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang around here a bit. I'm going to wait for the timer to go out again, pop Melvin into a cryopod, and I'm going to search around there somewhere. I think is where the way up is. There's kind of like a little hidden entryway into this cave entrance part. I mean, this is one big massive underground cave anyway, to be honest, but there's a little path up there somewhere. I just need to find it. Right then, I found it, but pro tip is leave your dino down here before you go up there or you're in for a nasty shock. So, right, I'll show you where it's at. Bit of an awkward place. You can see these kind of like stalactites, I believe, that are coming down here. It's hidden behind this. It's literally, if I can find it. It's right underneath there. Right, so I've just got to get back up there. So it's up here. Oh. Now is not the time to be like having to reload. Spiders, well, scorpions and titan boas, whatever next. Right, so I would have been doing all this on foot at this stage, to be honest, but there's no point making my life difficult, so I'm going to go back and get Melvin. So what I would suggest really is, I mean, I think when I'll have done it, I'll have come up here with the actual picks to get up here. So it's a bit of a tight squeeze, I must admit. I'm trying to remember, there's a cave in, I think it was one of the caves on the island. It's kind of similar to that, where there's a kind of an extra way in that's kind of like difficult to find. But yeah, I went up there, I got attacked by a seeker, I got attacked by some titanoboas, so I had to leg it down here. But the trouble is, with that seeker on me, I then had the problem of, well, I had to turn the light off, but then the nameless showed up, so I had to quickly make my dash to get Melvin back out. But anyway, I'm going to pop him back into a cryopod and then we'll go back up there again. If you're good at steering with these tech armor suits, then you probably do this a heck of a lot better than I can. Right, here goes. Let's try and get back up there again. I'm all over the place here at the minute. Now, where are we? Oh, man. There's obviously a knack to controlling these things and I haven't found it yet. Right. Ah, Struth. No, I can't get Melvin out yet. Oh, oh, oh. I know I am. I know. I kind of figured that out. Nope, nope. What are you doing, man? Where's my gun gone? My bigger concern, to be honest, is the blooming the nameless. Ah, strength. Makes me wonder how I managed to cope last time. You can hear these snakes all over the place. And I have no idea where they are. Oh! Yeah, they're definitely not as bad once the light's out. Come on, keep pressing the wrong flipping key. Right, reload. What's that? Ah man, so many blooming keys to press. Ah. Oh, now I'm up against the nameless. Oh jeez Louise, I've got about 4 seconds before I can pop Melvin back out again. Oh. What is that? Right, let's get Melvin out. This should hopefully make my life a lot easier. Right, we'll put our light back on. At least that way I can keep the blooming nameless away as well. No, I mean last time, as I say, I only ever did this once basically. It was a case of once was enough. And that was just, yeah, literally all of it was on foot at this point. So this is, I mean that was a struggle I must admit. I should have been a lot more patient and just waited for the cryopod time up, then I could have brought Melvin straight out. Made my life a hell of a lot easier. Right, so I have a sneak suspicion now I'm going to have to say goodbye to Melvin because I'm going to go down there next. Alright, so you've disappeared. Let's have a look. I have a funny feeling I've got to drop all the way down there. I mean, you drop into water, but of course you've got a gliding suit as well, or at least you would have. I mean, I wonder how my armor's doing. Yeah, it's not too bad. So yeah, it would have been a case of jumping off here with your glider suit, trying to get down in one piece. Then once you're down there, if memory serves, we've got to get through some more water. So I'm going to wait until that count has gone this time. I'm going to use a bit of common sense. I'm going to wait until the count has timed out. Then I'm going to go over the edge. At least, I mean, this time round I've got my tech suit, so I can just hover my way down. But, or at least even if I land, you know, the boots will catch my fall anyway. See you in a while. Well, we've jumped off that ledge right up there, landed down here. And I must admit this place is giving me the willies because I can hear this padding going along, you know, footsteps, and it's me. There's a bit of lag between me walking and stopping and then hearing the footsteps, and it's freaking me out, I must admit. But when I was down here, last time it was a case of, I do remember coming through some sort of like underground tunnel, and I'm pretty sure there's things like Cnidaria, there's anglerfish, there are, I don't know if there's electrophorus or anything, there might be a Caprasuchus in here as well, so you've got to be like really careful. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Melvin out again, just to be on the safe side. Ooh, you can see some sparks down there which suggests this, like I say, it's either the electrophorus or the Cnidaria. As long as you can lure them back to here, then it's not too bad. I mean, obviously Melvin's not going to be able to do anything down there, and even Buffy the Batslayer isn't either, but yeah, it's a case of you still need your scuba gear functioning at this stage. So let's go and have a quick peek and see what we see. So there's an anglerfish there I can see. Actually. Let's make our lives easier. Oh yeah, there's a Sargo down there. See, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to pull off something like that if I didn't have the, you know, cryopods, for instance. I would have had to basically climb up back up there, have some sort of like zip wire, quickly make a mad dash up there, pull it back to, well, pull it back somehow up there, and then shoot it. Because I mean, you can build, as far as I recall, you can build in these places, so it's not that bad. You can certainly like make things, make your life better, should we say. I mean, the Nidaria usually aren't too bad because they tend to be slow. As long as you're not actually in, water, they don't really do much damage. Well, they don't do any really. Seriously annoying, these. I've only got 60 odd arrows. That's the trouble though. Ah, that's what I would have done. I mean, I think I can, because I've got the tech gear, I could probably motor past them pretty quick, to be honest. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame we're not really hitting much. Level these things are 55, so once we get rid of the one of them, oh, actually that's a thought. Yeah, so we'll get rid of that one. So that's what it's basically going to be for me at this stage, I think, is trying to clear these out. So I'm just going to keep picking up what I can, and well, yeah, and I'll bring it back onto being a bit of progress. Now I don't know why I didn't think of that before, actually, because I brought the Baryonyx down, and that's actually making life a lot easier using her to actually clear things out. I mean, you've still got the issue of the Nidaria that can do electrocution and shock and what have you. The Electrophorus aren't so bad, so I've been trying to take those Nidaria, lure them out with a crossbow. If I can get them up to here, I'll just shoot them with the actual long neck rifle. Anglerfish I've just been taken out with a Baryonyx. Now the only trouble I've got now is there's another Baryonyx down here. I don't know how that's going to go, because one Baryonyx can knock the other one out, and then it'll be, yeah, could go all pear-shaped at that point. There's also sometimes one of those big crabs as well. They can be a nightmare. But I'm thinking that somewhere I might just be able to zip through this lot. As long as I can find the surface and my way out, I think I'll be fine. I think that's about as far as I want to go with this lot here. I'm going to put these into cryopods, and then we're going to basically just try and wing it from here. So, just get off you. Put you two back into cryo. See, it's been definitely useful having Buffy down here, because I know the first time I did it, I think I probably end up respawning in a bed. You know, you bring sleeping bags down with you, plenty of those, so you can respawn. Otherwise, you'd be, you know, back on the surface. Right, because the thing about this is we can sprint by having this tech gear. I mean, I can go pretty fast, so I've got to try and avoid that Baryonyx. I mean, I can see where things are, which is a lot better because I've got the tech helmet. I'm just trying to remember my way, because it's not up there. Or at least I don't think it. Go. Right, so we're up to a gap there, so that's bought me a bit of time anyway. Yeah, that's not pleasant having that thing there. Right, we are where we need to be then. I remember this, right? Because at this point, I basically just started hugging the wall with, you know, with the actual picks. Because the trouble is, obviously, you can't use grappling hooks on aberration. They took that option away. So look, I mean, look at all this lot in here. Jeez Louise. See, you're just trying to avoid it. So we came up from there, and you're trying to avoid all this stuff. But the actual artifact's over there, so it was a case of literally trying to grappling your way all the way across from one side of the cavern to the other. And obviously, in that case, you know, you need a lot of ammo, things like a lot of arrows to be able to avoid, you know, well, be able to take out things like the Nidaria and what have you. But you just didn't have any dinos because you just didn't have cryopods. And then there's the artifact over there. Right, so there's a seeker, so I'm going to get Melvin back out again. Just for the sake of being able to clear that thing. Price doesn't. They usually start getting a bit twitchy already. And sure enough, the nameless show up. So we need to get over there. So it's just going to be a case of, once again, I'm just going to wait for the timer to expire. Put Melvin back into a cryopod, and then we can head over there and get that artifact. Oh, it's still tricky even with the tech gear, I must admit. See you in a while. Well, I'll leave the two scorpions off the edge. They're busy running around there, and I've just come over to here. So we can now get the artifact of the shadows. Okay. Now what I'm wondering is, I've got to assume there's an alternate way into this place to that. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was, so I think I might try a different path going back. I'm going to pop Melvin back out again. Because what I'm thinking of doing is, I mean, I'm going to have to use Olivia to carry all these extra artifacts. Now if I can work my way back and clear the place out, if that's a possibility, then I can just head back here and then switch over to Olivia. Because the trouble is, once I turn this light off that I'm getting from the bulldog, the trouble I'm going to get, the trouble I'm going to get is the nameless are going to show up. I mean, I can sprint back. I think it's there. I think I have to head in that direction. But either way, it's underwater. I'm not sure it's worth. I don't think anything's worth it going in that direction, to be honest. It's kind of like the lesser of two evils. At least I know what to expect in that direction. Whereas that way, I mean, if I get electrocuted, I'm going to get knocked off here. I mean, I can shoot it, I suppose. 140. Oh, there's a Sargo there. Just what I don't need. I mean, it's tempting. It is tempting to go that way just because of the sake of I'm not really sure, because normally I would have just come in this way anyway. I think this is going to lead to an interesting place, shall we say. Alright, alright. There's no way you're going down there, mate, I can tell you that now. Yeah, I have no idea what's down there. I'm gonna have to battle my way through that lot with no idea where we're going, so I think I'm just gonna head back in the opposite direction. What it means is basically we'll have to switch over to Olivia because she can carry lots of these artifacts. It's one of the perks of her of an otter. But I'm just going to have to literally sprint back and just keep moving, that's all. But I'm going to definitely wait for this tremor to go, and I'm going to wait for the timer to go out, just to be on the safe side. I'll pop Olivia out. I'll just keep getting my artifacts. Then it's a case of when I'm ready to swap over, I'll put Hugh Mark III back into a cryopod, and then we'll disappear off in that direction with Olivia. See you in a while. Well, so far so good. We've got Olivia here, and I've managed to get myself about 8 of those artifacts. I mean, it did take a while, but everybody's now back into cryopod. Just double checking. Also, and Melvin. Yep, everybody's back into their cryopod. So what I've been doing, just to play it safe, I'm taking out the things like the electrophoruses, and also taking out some Nidaria. Memory serves, I need to be heading in that direction. So that is the direction we'll go in. Oh, hello. That wasn't the plan. I'm pretty sure I need to be heading somewhere down here. Ooh, yeah, looks like everything's respawned. Right, so yeah, so we're back here. Now that's that kind of like tunnel place that we came into, and everything is surprisingly respawned, so we now need to be heading back up there. Now the problem I'm gonna have is basically we don't have a... Yeah, I mean seekers are going to be fine, but I think the problem's going to be, well, in the sense that they're not attracted to light. Yeah, I can tell. I think the bigger problem's going to be things like the nameless. So I'm just going to run. And then that'll bring us out to that entry point. So we'll drop down here and get over to here. Now I can outpace them if I run. But in this case I seem to be getting out of the way by just you know, using a jetpack. Trying to get my nameless. Trying to get my bearings because I know it's somewhere. Yeah, it's up here. Right, so that's my exit point there. Okay, now we'll just run out of here. Oh, I need my stamina back. Oh. Oh, I've been tranquilized. I'm just gonna have to keep moving. Right, so I need to be heading up there. Yep. Come on, seekers. Now, if we get into the water, it should be fine. I'll stay away from that thing then. And now we need to be heading down there. Now, with a bit of luck, that thing's gone. I can get my stamina back. Ah, it's over there. Level it is. Alright, I'll get rid of it then. For you, right, put that away. Right then, now we need to head back out the exit. I must admit, it was tempting to try that alternate exit, but I suspect it was going to be a long path to go down. Now I have no idea what's going to be up here. Right, I need to get out of here quickly because there's an alpha carcass. You right. Now I think if I head in this general direction over here, there was an actual charge node. Because the thing to bear in mind is I do not have a charge pack. I mean, I could just head home, to be honest, because it's just in that general direction. Just wherever I land, I'm going to be facing the nameless. I'm just trying to get my bearings. Yeah, I suppose I could just head in that direction, to be honest. I've got plenty of element. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna head in this direction unless I see a charge node somewhere on the way. I'm just going to head in this general direction because that's where my base is. And all I need to do really is just get back to base in one piece. I would rather be getting back a lot quicker with the rock drake, to be honest. But we'll just have to make do with that tech gear. See you shortly. Well, we managed to make it back in one piece, and then it was a case of actually I could do with some pedestals to start putting these artifacts on. And then I realised I don't have any obsidian. So I've been having a bit of a look around on the map and I've found quite a lot of obsidian around here. There's a bit of a cluster over there and there's some over there. I mean, you've also got some blue crystals. And it's actually quite close to where our base is. I'll just show you where it is on the map. Pretty easy to get to, so 51.2, 44.2. And our base is just literally up there. So yeah, very easy to find, but yeah, it took me a while to find it, so I thought I'd show you where you can get yourself some obsidian. So I'm going to collect that, and I'll meet you back at base. Well, we've now got 2 out of the 3 artifacts that we need to be able to take on Rockwell. I think the next one though is going to be more tricky, because that's in the red zone and I could really do with a better hazard suit. But that's all for another episode. Well, thanks for making it to the end of this episode. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If so, then please leave a like, as it'll encourage YouTube's algorithms to suggest the video to others who might like it as well. If you have any tips or tricks for ARK, then please leave them in a comment below, as it would benefit anyone watching this. Though I appreciate any feedback at all, even if it's just to say hello. If you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing. It's free. Just remember to click the little bell icon though, as you should get reminders then when new content goes out. And if you'd like to support the channel, then consider becoming a Patreon. Alternatively, there's the option to make a one-off contribution through PayPal. I've left links for both options in the description below. But above all, I hope you like watching these videos as much as I enjoy playing ARK. Bye!